Morning all. Alright, so we have two games tonight in the National Hockey League, so the preview gets thrown in with just a little bit of news of the day for all you fine people on the internet. We're going to look at a couple of 50-goal scorers to start and see how completely different a team may see a 50-goal season. So Zach Hyman reaches 50 goals last night for the Edmonton Oilers, and kudos to him. All the hard work and everything has paid off. He's got 50 goals. It's also paid off for the Oilers because he has a $5.5 million cap hit until 2028. At the time that contract was signed, there were plenty of people who said it's too much money for too long. He's never scored more than X amount of goals. He was like 25, 26 goals. But yeah, 50 goals now, and that contract suddenly looks like a huge bargain. Now, on the flip side, you got Sam Reinhart, who reaches 50 goals last night. He's an unrestricted free agent this summer. So while Hyman's locked into the $5.5 million cap hit for a while, Reinhart could make as much as $10 million in terms of salary cap this summer. He could make more than that. We'll see. We'll find out this summer just how much the cap hits for star players are going to go up, but Reinhart's going to earn his money. And good on him. So yeah, there's different ways to look at 50-goal seasons, even though both of them hit 50 goals the same night. So speaking of streaks and numbers and all of that, Nathan MacKinnon, his 34-game home point streak to start the season, is now second. He passed Wayne Gretzky, and now he's second behind Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky's record, of course, being 40. That was set in 88-89 when he was in his first season with the LA Kings. What's interesting with that, of course, is Gretzky had 40 home games because it was an 80-game schedule. MacKinnon has 41 home dates because it's an 82-game schedule. And no, the NHL doesn't do asterisks or stuff like that. It just means MacKinnon has a chance to be the only one. And I thought at certain points during this streak, I've thought like, okay, I guess the point streak's going to end because it's really hard to have, a point in every single game. But he's managed to get it done. So we'll see how much further it can go. But he only has 7 home games left in the regular season. And then he has the record if he could just get 8 points in each of those games. And the way he's been putting up points, odds are it's going to be more than a point per game in those 7 remaining games. So all the best for him. Now, for the Vegas Golden Knights, goaltending is one of those things that hasn't been talked about this year because, of course, they won the Stanley Cup last year with the same goalies. But Adin Hill's play when he was in the lineup, not as solid after returning from injury as it had been before. Now, of course, he's injured. They've called up Jiri Patera. I'm looking for any information on how long he's going to be out. All I know is Patera's with the team to start the 4-game road trip that begins tonight in St. Louis. But Thompson's played well. The funny thing is, Hill's save percentage on the season is still .914, so clearly I need to do a video looking at goaltending on teams above the playoff line. So look for that to be coming soon. But yeah, Adin Hill's injury, I haven't seen how long it's going to be. I was looking for that this morning. I still don't know. Patera being called up, you have to have a backup to Thompson, so we'll see. I don't think it's going to be that long, but again, we don't know the nature of it. Like, they didn't put him on LTIR or anything, but yeah, so we'll see how long Hill's out. 2 games tonight in the National Hockey League, and they both should be fun. At 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, the Vegas Golden Knights and the St. Louis Blues will start up. And just as a full disclosure here, I won't be home when that game starts. I'm going to the Canucks game tonight as they host the Kings. But Vegas is in St. Louis. This is the third of 3 meetings. On December 4th, St. Louis won 2-1 in overtime. On December 6th, Vegas won 6-3. So it's a rubber match between the two. For Vegas, they're 38-25-7. Their last 10 games, they're 5-5. They've been better lately. They've been better the last few games. Marchessault, 38 goals, 22 assists, 60 points. He's a UFA this summer as well. We'll see how much money he's able to earn with the team. They've already started negotiations, so we'll probably find out soon. St. Louis, 38-30-3 overall. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They're 4 points back of the Vegas Golden Knights, so a direct regulation win over Vegas, and they're within 2 points of a playoff spot. It's that simple. Jordan Kyrou, coming off of a hat trick, has 25 goals, 31 assists, 56 points. I think considering all the criticism that Kyrou was getting early in the season, I think he's had a decent year. So I'm not saying that he's lived up to the contract at this point, but if this is considered a down year and he still could end up hitting 28 goals and 60-plus points, that's not bad. And then at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, which is an early start for Vancouver. I appreciate that. That's nice. Means it can be home a little bit earlier. Also means van review. I haven't done a van review in a while. So 37, 22, and 11 is the record for LA. They're 6, 3, and 1 in their last 10. They're 2 points ahead of Vegas. So there's a lot on the line here. Byfield, 19 goals, 32 assists, 51 points. Really looking forward to seeing him play. Vancouver, 45, 16, and 8 overall. They're 7, 2, and 1 in their last 10. I think they're 4, 1, and 1 in this homestand. They're doing very, very well. They clinch a playoff spot with a win. It's really that simple. Canucks win, they get themselves a playoff spot. So, Pettersson, 33 goals, 51 assists, 84 points. It'll be fun seeing him live again. These teams have split the first 2 meetings. LA came in and decimated Vancouver on February 29th, 5-1. I don't want to watch a replay of that game. The Canucks won 2-1 in overtime on March the 5th. It wasn't the most exciting game, but the Canucks won it, so if they wanted to do that tonight, that'd be fine. The teams will meet for a 4th time on April the 6th. So again, the Canucks can clinch a playoff spot with a win and be the first team in the NHL to do so, which it feels like is kind of late in the season, but it's probably not, but it does feel like we don't have the separation between 1st and 9th that we normally do in the East and West. But yeah, it'll be fun if the Canucks clinch a playoff spot. I'm not going to be buying playoff tickets before anybody asks. For Abbotsford, yes, I do get playoff tickets for Abbotsford. I don't get playoff tickets for Vancouver because, they're rare, so it's never really been an opportunity because the last time they were in the playoffs was 2020, so that was the bubble playoffs. Well, I couldn't get in there. And before that, it was 2015. I was broke as hell in 2015, so there was no way I could afford to go to a Canucks game in playoffs or regular season in 2015. So it'd be fun to see them in the playoffs. I'm not going to be able to see them in person, but it still will be fun to see them in the playoffs. And just think of the playoff previews where Boston, Dallas, Vancouver are playing in 3 separate series. Getting my heart broken that often and being able to post videos about it, a little bit therapeutic. At any rate, let me know your winners in the comment section below as always. Let me know your thoughts as well on the other items on the board. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.